Just because I put it down right down bad. I could put you on the plates. All right. Let me make sure I get this video set up. And let me see how to add my homie. What's up? What's up?
Hello, the
Okay.
Lit CEO. What it is, my
Let me make
guy.
sure I can get this sound on here good. 1 second here. All right.
Ariel.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. How was the
All right.
trip back?
Oh man, listen, I'm still technically I stopped in my home city for a second first so I can do the interview. I'm only about 45 minutes away from my house now. So it was a good trip though. It was a little long, but it was definitely a good trip. Definitely a good trip.
Okay. There's a lot of people say that usually when they come to Atlanta. They
Oh
had fun.
man,
It was
listen,
long. It
listen.
was enjoyable.
Listen, but the love, I'll tell you this though, the love that I got while I was there though was definitely top A1, like, and definitely
That's
much
what's
needed.
up.
For sure,
That's
for
that
sure.
good Southern hospitality you
Yeah,
try
yeah,
to bring
it's
to the forefront.
definitely a difference.
That's definitely true. I have heard that. Where did you say you're originally from?
I'm originally from Nebraska.
Nebraska, but where you live now?
So I stay in Nebraska, but I'm from Omaha, Nebraska. So Omaha is where you're gonna find all the people that look like me at. There's some in Lincoln.
Oh,
Yeah, so that's where our
okay.
population. Yeah, yeah. The best fighter in the world, Bud Crawford. He's from the same city as me.
I have no idea who that is, but okay. Shout
Okay,
out to
okay,
Bud Crawford.
yeah. Shout out to him. Shout out
Shout
to
out to
Bud.
Bud Crawford. Shout out to him. That's what's up. That's what's
For
up.
sure.
Okay. Well, look, I guess we can go ahead and get into it because I definitely don't want to take up too much of your time. Of course, I have to go get my baby, but
Yeah, of
we can go ahead
course,
and
of
get
course.
into it. So, you guys, of course, I am CoachLay. I am here with the Lit CEO.
Thank you,
We are going to be discussing. Yes, come on with the brand. We're gonna be discussing his brand. He has.
sir.
You have 3 different businesses, right?
Yeah. So, all right. So, with the side of, so think of us as we have one umbrella company, right? So, Lit is the brand. With
Okay.
inside the brand, we have our social network, we have our CBD lounge,
Mm-hmm.
we have our CBD products, and we have our clothing line.
Okay, cool. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into it. So if you want to tell everybody your background story, who you are, give a little more info into your businesses, let them know who the Lit CEO
All
is.
right. He said, I'm just the guy. I'm just the guy. I'm just the guy. Man,
Perfect.
you hear live with the Lit CEO, and it's definitely been a journey. They can say from the very beginning, I've always been like an entrepreneur. My very first entrepreneur job, I was 8. I was cutting grass in my neighborhood, and then after that, I got a job at a barbershop, and then I hired my cousin to do my work for me, and I just kept the change. And at 8, I realized, like, you know what? I'm supposed to be a businessman.
Okay. Okay then.
That's and then as I grew now, as we like to say, we're a product of our environments, right?
All right.
And I grew up like a lot of people don't know unless you do your homework. Like I grew up in like a tougher environment, if you will. So
Mm-hmm.
definitely was a lot of stuff that you see stereotypical in our neighborhoods. The hood's real. It's legit. It's legit. You know
Right.
what I mean? So I had a lot of growth challenges to get to the point where I'm at today. A lot of adversity. So yeah, I'm a CEO of Lit. We're the brand new social network. Our social network is better designed from the people who've seen our prototypes and what's being developed at this particular point. Everyone's told me that it's a better product than Facebook. That's their words, not mine.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like that's a testament to attention to detail and focus,
Okay.
But we're a brand. That's what if anything else, we're a brand, we're a brand, we're a brand, we're a brand.
Okay, all right, that's what's up. So what I know you said that your struggle in the lifestyle that you had is kind of like what molded you to who you are today, but what
That's it.
actually made you want to choose entrepreneurship? Like what made you say, okay, I'm not gonna stick to the 9 to 5. I'm gonna go ahead and do my own thing.
So no matter, listen. So I've always had hustle, right? Uh, and before I got my stuff together, my hustle was I was in the streets. A lot of people. I got to keep it real with you. That's where I started off at. Like, so
Uh-huh.
even in high school, like I would do everything though. I would do homework. I'm shooting dice. I'm selling assignments. I'm selling shoes. Like
Okay.
I'm a one-stop shop. So I've always never just been sitting still. I think my big moment though, like if I'm looking at someplace like at a job somewhere and I'm sitting here and I'm not happy, I was selling cars.
Okay.
I was probably the top 5 salesman where I was selling cars, and I'd only been there a couple months. I'm
Mm.
making good money, like, you know what I mean? Like my, if you bring it home 10, if you can bring home 10, 12,000 in a month, you feel like that's good money from a job. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
definitely.
I wasn't happy, and internally I knew that wasn't the route I was supposed to take. So yeah, can I make 6 figures? Can I make 150,000, 200,000 a year selling cars? Yeah, I can do that. But I'm not happy. That's not my path.
Mm. That
And so
makes sense.
that was my eureka moment. I'm looking around. I'm looking at these people here. They're here 20 years, and yeah, they got money. They're regular working cobs in a wheel. You know what I mean? With no real plan, no real direction. And at any given time, when somebody drop that hammer on you, they don't care that you got kids. They don't care that you got hopes. They don't care
Mm-hmm.
that you was saving up for your daughter's trust fund. That doesn't matter to these people. So your power comes from being an entrepreneur.
Yeah, definitely facts. That's definitely true because they do not care. Like they always say, if you drop dead today, they're gonna have somebody in your spot by next week. So I definitely can understand that of why you want
Yeah.
to, get out and hustle on your own. So since you said that you have started, you're in CBD, you have your CBD
Uh-huh.
lounge. How did you get started with CBD, and what made you want to venture out with, creating an actual lounge? Because I've never heard of anything like that before, like a CBD lounge. So tell us how
Okay.
you got into that.
All right, so now previous to this, I was what you call a real tree head. Like
Okay.
I've done my research on THC. Weed's my thing. Kush is life. Kush was definitely my life for a very, very, very long time. So I was already, I already had my hands in the field. But what
Okay.
I've been looking at was, all right, how do I transition into something that's legal where I don't have to be worried about looking over my back,
Mm-hmm.
and I can build a legacy from it. And so I think I was having a conversation one day with a partner of mine, Cameron. He was like, "Hey, you probably should look into CBD. I know you want to go a more natural route. Maybe you should look into it." So that's what I did at first. I went and looked into it. I said, "Okay, let me see what this got to offer." And as I got to doing the research on the market value, where it's going, by 2025, the worst projections for the CBD market is like $17 billion.
Oh wow. The
That's the
worst.
worst projections. That's the worst projections.
Oh,
The
okay.
highest projections has the CBD market growing to like $70 billion by 2025,
Mm,
and every researcher has it on pace to outgrow the THC market. So the money is really in CBD, right?
right.
But you got to do your homework to realize that even inside the weed plant itself, there's multiple types of THC. So the
Mm-hmm.
only one that most people are used to is Delta 9 THC. But there's multiple types of THC inside the marijuana plant. And I had to do the research and figure out what's what, how's it extracted, where do you source a quality product from, how does a person feel when they use their product, what's the difference between Delta 9 THC, that the shit that we traditionally used to, and
Mm-hmm.
Delta 8 THC, what's being pushed to market to everybody right now. And when I got to do that, I got to do the research. I'm like, you know what? This is really it's a better feeling. It's a better moment of clarity. And you can still be focused. I like to call it the worker's person's high. Like if you got to get money, you got to get to the bag. You got something to do
Right.
today. You can't have your head in your lap.
Yeah, having something holding you down. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, yeah.
I definitely
We
understand.
can't be doing all that. We can't be doing all that. So, I did the research. I tried the product myself. I started off trying the products around with my individual entrepreneurs because I was working out of a co-working space, and
Mm-hmm.
the feedback I got was great. And so from there, it went from just out the backpack. Honestly, it went from going out the backpack to lounge, and we did that probably within a matter of months. So that lets you know how fast we grew.
Okay, so what exactly, so when you say you did your research, did you just
Mhm.
get on Google to search? Like, did someone give you like a tip or like a specific place that you should look to see which is which between the two of the TACs?
And first of all, y'all better give a shout out to CoachLay for the fire questions. We gonna start there first.
Look, because you never know. It may be a college student who's just like, hey, CBD might be a thing because it's so much that you can do with CBD, bath bombs,
Right, right, right,
oil, everything. So it's just like, I can understand why it's going to be a 70 plus billion-dollar industry
right,
by 2025 because it's like so much you can do with it. So
right, right.
yes, can you give us a little gem on how you got your information, real
All
quick,
right,
real quick?
all right. some of the people that was in my circle was one already growers of regular THC. So I already came in with a particular knowledge base. And then from there, listen, Google is your best friend for sure. It's definitely your best friend. Google and YouTube, I feel like that's free college. Like if you're really not lazy and you're willing to put the time into it, you can learn what you want to know without having $100,000 in college loan. I'm dropping that gem on y'all right there, right now. Self-education. Listen, I'm all for never stop educating yourself, but self-education is the best education. So I did my research there, and then what I did was what set me apart. I started reaching out to manufacturers and suppliers and having them send me samples of their work.
Oh, okay.
And so when you get a sample of a person's work, you can see what the quality is, and you start to build a comparison base of what that looks like. Okay, so this is a good quality product. This isn't a good quality product. And then you look at what is their best-selling products. Oh, okay, so this is their best-selling products. And then you compare that to what is their top product. And what I found in the CBD market, the reason a lot of people have misinformation, you had a lot of companies out here sourcing the worst quality CBD product and then putting it on the market like it's something good. And so that's why when you talk CBD to somebody, they're like, oh, CBD, I'm not really sure, because they haven't been introduced properly to a good product.
Gotcha. Okay. So what made you guys want to go into doing a lounge outside of just selling CBD, backpack CBD? Like what made you want to step it up and do a lounge?
All right. So now for me, social networking, I feel like until now, there hasn't been a real social network, right? If I'm a social network, I should facilitate the process of people being social on my platform and social off of my platform. I should throw live events, and I should provide the products that people like to be social with. And so that's where our eureka moment was like, you know what? I'd already had social network lounges in my mind. Just when we migrated to the CBD aspect, it was easy to add that into the concept. But I wanted from out the gate for us to have places where the users of our social network can kick it in real life. Because then I might see you online, but I'll never get a chance to bump into you. But how am I as a social network okay with just having that interaction being surface level?
Yeah.
I can't provide y'all with a good experience,
Yeah.
So for us, it's all about providing the best and highest quality experience that we can facilitate. So on the platform, we got a better design platform. It's video based. It's a video based platform. So it's unlike Clubhouse that's all audio. We want you to know who you're talking to. But when you walk into a lit lounge, when you walk into a lit entertainment lounge, the energy is there. Shouts out to Slutty Vegan because they showed me a good time. Shouts out to Slutty Vegan for sure. You're going to get that vibe. You're going to get that energy, but you'll be able to meet the people that's on the platform in real life, So, and that was important to, go someplace where we can kick in. That's our own, where it's built on our culture. It's built on our energy. It's a reflection of us and not just somebody who's sucking our energy and double backing and selling it to you, but you don't benefit from it.
That makes sense. Okay. That's what's up. So what difficulties did you face growing your businesses? Like, a lot of young people see, people on entrepreneurship or just on Instagram in general and just say, oh, they got it. They got the Louis, Gucci, whatever they have, they got it, but they don't really understand. Like, of course, there's always a backstory to someone's success. So what issues or difficulties did you face in your business, and how did you overcome those?
So before this side, right? So I caught a case. I got caught on the interstate with drugs inside my car. That's what they call you catch a case. I was a D-boy, is what they call it, right? And when I caught my case, bro, I lost everything. All my whips, my money, I had to start from ground zero, like all the goose egg, all the way from the ground. But what I told myself was I'm gonna stay consistent with the process. And a lot of people don't realize the type of discipline it takes to stay consistent. See, anybody can be like, you know what? I'm gonna just go pick this bag back up because I know how to move the bag. You know what I mean? But when you know you can move the bag and you don't pick the bag up, or you just like, oh, not that ain't the move right now. I need to be focused. That's when you can kind of see different parts of yourself. That's when you try it as an individual. That's where you see like, damn, am I really built for this? So a lot of times, I went without just to get to where I'm at now. Like I just moved into I got a nice condo. Yeah, I just moved into so my condo is really nice. But a lot of stuff that I'm getting now, I stayed down for a couple of years. Like I waited and made sure that I put all my money into my business. I could be out here showing Rolexes. I could be out here with diamond chains. But every time we get extra money, we put it back into the business. So you got to invest in yourself. So you got to ask yourself, do I want the hype or do I want the bag? Do I want the hype? Do I want the bag? You know what I mean? The bag is what's gonna keep you lit. You know what I mean? Because hype,
Right.
that's gonna fade, that's gonna go. But you can't build generational wealth off just the hype. That don't get you nowhere. You can't build no trust funds. You can't build a legacy. You can't leave financial information to future generations on how to persevere and thrive based on the hype. You can't get there that way.
That's definitely true facts. Okay, so tell us about the Lit app, because you said that you've gotten reviews that is better, it's fire than Facebook. So you gotta like give us the insight on exactly what the Lit app is, how you are creating your own app. Because look, let me just tell you, a lot of people be out here like, oh, you can create your own app. I want to do this, I want to do that. Okay, but how did you create your own app? When can we find it? Like, come on, give us a little
All right,
bit
so
insight.
I'm on the developers next right now, by the way. Only thing I'm waiting on, we're having issues with getting our portion of the application put on iOS. I just got to give them my Google API so I can get the maps worked out for our delivery
Okay.
inside the application, and we should be ready to go. So I'm assuming 2 weeks by July 1st. For sure, everybody who has Android to be able to download it. What's holding me up right now is Apple. So iOS, listen, I'm an Apple user. Y'all just bear with me for a second, and you'll be able to download the Lit app in a couple weeks. I promise you. We're just working out our technical difficulties. But
Okay.
I took background information. So I took 2 years of coding in high school. I took C++, which is like your toughest coding language. I knew then that I wanted to be a part of the creation process. I've always been a creator in my mind. I've always had brilliant ideas. It was about having probably the discipline to see an idea to completion and then having the correct team around you, right? I could have been Mark Zuckerberg 15 years ago had I had the type of support system that I have now. You know what I mean? But I could also double back and point the finger at myself. If I had the same type of discipline I got now, I could have been there. You know, so it's a delicate situation, but I've always been into that. And then I got to seeing, people getting censored on Facebook. You just joke around with your people. They want to lock your account. And then the icing on the cake for me was when I got to talking about competing with Facebook, it just so happens, and this was a coincidence, I got locked out of my Facebook account. So I've been locked out of my personal Facebook account for a couple of years. So I'm gonna say that was a coincidence. Somehow it just happened. You know what I mean? We gonna say that it was just an accident. We don't know how that happened, but it happened. But I wanted to show not only the kids, but show the community that, hey, we can put the same type of ingenuity, the same type of creativity that we put into music, into fashion, into hair, into entertainment. We can put that shit into technology because that's the grand equalizer. You talking about equalizing the playing field? You can't stop who got the best tech. If my technology's better than yours, you got to come talk to me. You can't get around me. And that's been the missing conversation when it comes to attacking racism, when it comes to reparations, when it comes to how do we as a people usher ourselves into a new era. It's tech. I mean, now, do you have to have a change in consciousness? You do. But what I'm telling you as a vehicle, it's technology. When you got the best tech, can't nobody say nothing to you, period.
Okay, so so the Lit app is going to be kind of like Facebook, like, posting, just interacting with people. Like, it's going to
All
be a
right,
mixture between all of it. Like,
so when you first enroll
you
inside the
holding
Lit
out on the
app,
info.
all right, when you first enroll inside the Lit app, you got to upload a 3-second video selfie of yourself.
Okay.
So that off the muscle is there's no more catfishing. I'm talking. I think I'm talking to Shaniqua, but I'm really talking to 300-pound James.
Okay.
We ain't
Because
doing
that's
that no
real. I
more.
hear that's
We
definitely
ain't
true.
doing that. So you got to upload a 3-second video selfie of you. That's how you enroll. That's how you enroll inside your account. That's
Okay.
going to serve as your profile image, your 3-second video. After
Okay.
phase 2, you're going to comment on a video with another video. So when phase 2 is completed, you'll be able to go through video comment to video comment. You'll be able to search other people's video profiles. You'll have a better user experience. So when they say UI and UX, that's everything that you see and everything that you experience. When you look at the Lit app, the colors are brilliant. It's not hard on the eyes. The movement and flow to the application makes sense. A lot of times it's common sense. They say our people, we got common sense. So when we build something, we build it with common sense. Like, okay,
Right.
is this too much? And so we wanted to make sure that we might not have the biggest platform. I wanted to make sure we built the best experience platform. So when you get on here, oh man, this is dope. I'm gonna have a better time using this than I'm having using Instagram, than I'm having using Facebook, than I'm having using TikTok. It's better. I enjoy it more. The experience is better. See, the other platforms, they have the traffic, but no one actually thought about the user experience. How
Right.
does a person experience my product? Not how do they use my product. Those are two different things.
Mm-hmm.
So now we're forcing these people to compete and build something that people can experience. What does it feel like? After 3 hours, does my brain get tired because I'm tired of seeing white? Damn, you look at all the platforms, they got white backgrounds. What's up with that?
Yeah,
Nobody thought about that?
that's
You know
definitely
what I
true.
mean? Like, where the color at? Because the world is built on color. So just off the gate, we want to make sure that it felt good on the eyes. It makes sense. We got better features. It's video based because I want to be able to see the person I'm talking to.
That's what's up. Can you guys get that patent? Like, is that like
Yeah,
something that
so
can
I
be
got
patented?
everything trademarked. So now with social networks and apps, they're real particular on what they allow you to patent in technology, especially with the code. Because if you
Uh-huh.
patent the code, then they can just build a different code. But I got some stuff
Um,
up my sleeve. Everything's trademarked, but I got some stuff up my sleeve with these. Please don't think that this is just our foundation, if you
I
will.
like it. I like it.
Amazon
I
started
like
off with
it.
books.
Right. Definitely. That's what's up. Okay. So, so I hopefully I got a good amount of questions to ask for, like, anyone interested in your particular businesses and brands. But since my whole focus is the youth, college, high
Mhm.
school students, like, teaching them different aspects of life and business, entrepreneurship, what advice would you give them in regards to if they wanted to do CBD on a different level? And what advice would you give them as far as for creating their own app? Because I know those are like your two main focuses. So
Okay.
what's some gems that you would give them? Some top-notch gems.
All right. I will say that your mind, when they tell you that your mind is your greatest weapon, and they wasn't lying to you. So whatever that you're using to enjoy yourself, you want to make sure that when you're enjoying yourself, you're not destroying your brain, and that
Mm-hmm.
you can still maintain a reasonable amount of consciousness and focus, if not the highest level of consciousness and focus, right? So the cool thing about CBD is all the medicinal properties, the medicinal properties that's inside of CBD. There's a reason why these people patent it. There's a reason why when people have cancer and they're going through these physical ailments, they're getting treated with CBD.
Mm-hmm.
So when you talk about inflammation, when you're talking about lack of creativity, when you're talking about social anxiety, these are a lot of things that CBD treats. So it wasn't for us. It wasn't just about making money and being cool. Like anything that I do, I stand behind wholeheartedly, and I'm gonna make sure that I've done the best amount of research at it. And I'm putting out the best product, and I have used the product and like, oh yeah, I benefited from it.
Mm-hmm.
And I can tell you that it helps your creativity, it helps with your stress level, and it's something to be used in addition to meditation and understanding. I would add that too. You never want to use nothing as a crutch. But is it a better
Mm-hmm.
product overall? It is. Because a lot of people, one of the biggest complaints you get with traditional THC is that, especially with like edibles, some people get so high they get paranoid, and
Mm-hmm.
90% of people they don't go through that when it comes to CBD. So
That's
if
what's
I could
up.
give you that gem, then get into there, and then build you a brand. So if you're looking to actually get into a market, the biggest thing that you can do if you're getting inside this market is to build your brand. So when they're projecting that this market gets to $70 billion over 2025, what they're talking about is the companies that's able to come through here and build a brand, and can create brand recognition around a great product. And so you got multiple ways that you can compete. You can compete based upon price, or you
Mm-hmm.
can compete based upon quality. And for us, we're a quality brand. We want to make sure that what we bring to the table is the best amount of quality. So if you're looking to get into the market space, figure out how you're going to compete, how you're going to source your product, and what type of brand you're going to create around it. Now, for those who are looking into the tech field and to applications, educate yourself every single day, right? Self-education is key. I stay abreast, and I've been slacking for the past month, but usually I read an article every day, usually on nanotechnology, quantum
Mm-hmm.
technology. I'm looking and researching because I plan to put money toward these things in our research and development departments, right? And I don't want to be behind in the field. But figure out a good coding language to start with. You got JavaScript, HTML. A lot of people start with Java. So I would probably say maybe start with Java and find you someone that can tutor you on the language and just be consistent with it. Even if you're not that good at first, programming takes time just like anything else. Like you're not going to come in and just be an expert, right? Just
Mm-hmm.
put in the work. Be comfortable not being good enough long enough to become great.
Right. Oh, I like that. That was a good one. I like that. I like that. Come on with the motivational part. That's what's up.
you know,
Okay, So I have another question to get
Okay.
like a little bit of gem on the CBD. If someone wanted to look for a manufacturer, do they
Uh-huh.
just go on Google and type in CBD manufacturers? Like, and how do they know they're getting a good company? They just have to request
All
a
right, so
sample?
you want to one samples, but two, you always want to make sure that you're dealing with people who are not putting. So what is shouts out to China for always telling me that I'm a vegan by practice, not by rule. So I try to practice my veganism. I'll be messing up from time to time,
Uh-huh.
but I look for products that doesn't have pesticides,
Okay.
genetically modified organisms, and that they're treating their plants like they're their babies. You know what I mean? Basically, you want some place that cares about what they're producing, because if they're
Mm-hmm.
not going to care about what goes into that product and what goes into your body, how can you comfortably as a business sell that to someone else?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a firm believer of the me. So if it ain't good enough for me, it ain't good enough for you.
Okay. That's facts. That's definitely facts.
And then samples too. So samples too. So you want to make sure that they're not how they're cultivating their plants and their crops. And then what does their samples look like? So I mean, and try it out for yourself. If you have a circle of individuals or friends who that's their area, and you try it out, people's always going to be your best judge. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For me, that's always been the best thing. I go out to people, hey man, try this out. Tell me what you think. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and honestly, I've got some really really good results. So
That's what's up.
you
That's
know,
what's up. So, as far as for purchasing, if someone wanted to purchase any of your products, as far as for the Lit CEO CBD,
uh-huh.
how would they be able to get that? And what do you sell at, outside of everything that you do inside of the lounge?
Okay, so now we have our liteverywhere.com should be up and running tomorrow. And I'll make sure we post that liteverywhere.com. I'm just finishing the touches on our website. The Lit brand website will be up on Instagram. You'll be able to purchase everything through there. In terms of our product selection that we have currently, we have CBD, we have high-end indoor CBD flower, we have CBD gummies, we have the best disposable vape pens. We have cookies and chocolates now, or cookies and brownies now. And
Okay.
of course, all the fire merch, the t-shirts. And then next month I'll be able to drop the full line on everybody. So we'll have board shorts, tank tops, socks, t-shirts, hats, the full, fall time joggers. Like, so we here. We got a full lineup for everything that you need. And then the app will
Okay.
be ready in a couple of weeks. Android, y'all be here first. Y'all be here before July 1st. And Apple users should be around July 1st or maybe the week after.
Okay, because well, I'm an Apple user, so I'm here to vouch for the Apple family. We want it too. We want to
We looked
get
at
on
this.
that too.
So our main lounge location is in Lincoln, Nebraska. We found a second location for Omaha, and after that, we will be dropping the lounge in Atlanta, in
Um,
Orlando, or
Come on now.
Atlanta in Orlando. So we taking it to the south.
Good, 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 good. People in the South, we love to support, and we love to go out and have us a nice little time, especially
Do
after
y'all? I'm
COVID.
trying to tell you, I can't wait to
Atlanta
get
is a
back
party
down.
city.
Yeah,
Atlanta is a party city.
yeah.
Okay, so do you have any other, business ventures that's coming up that we should be on the lookout for? I know you
Yeah.
already got the Lit brand.
We're working on I'm working on a project where I can walk people through being able to create a brand around it.
Mhm.
Um, and also I think this week our nonprofit should be up and running for diversity in tech. It's something that's really been on my heart. And
Mhm.
I really want to talk about that and put the message out there about us being the new face of technology. Because a lot of times when I
Mhm.
tell people I'm building a new app or the first thing they do is kind of double take. You know what I mean? Because
Mhm.
we're not traditionally the face of what an app or what they think a social network looks like. So I'm trying to change that conversation and change the narrative and let them know, like, hey, yeah, cool, y'all talk that Chapo shit, but Chapo ain't got Mark Zuckerberg money. You know what I mean? Like
That's
everyone,
true.
you see the D boys with the lambs, but they don't got tech money, bro. Like
Yeah.
so if you really want the bag, you want to be dripping out here, get in the tech field. That's
Mhm.
where it's at. So not only will
Okay.
you have the wealth, but you'll have the disruption factor to it. You know what I mean? They got to put some
Mhm.
respect on your name. Got to
Yeah.
put if you got the best cryptocurrency. Look, if you got to put some respect on Bitcoin. You got to put some respect on. You might not like me, but you got to put respect on my name. I'm Bitcoin.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right. That's what's up. That's what's up. So as far as for if people need to reach you, get in contact with you, you're the lit CEO.
So the THE as in the dot LIT dot CEO, the lit CEO.
Look, because I had it all messed up. And are you on any other social media? Well, you already said Facebook done blocked you because they hating.
Man,
So Twitter,
yeah.
any other ones? Or we
So
on IG with it right now?
listen, because of the shots, if y'all ain't on the morning meetup, shouts out to David Shans, man, for sure.
Definitely. This
And
empowerment, my guy.
yes, in our content creator and bootcamp family, man, y'all show me so much love. The list is long. I'll probably be messing up right now if I try to give y'all the road, but y'all know who y'all are.
Shout out to the content creation family. Yes,
For sure, the
definitely.
content, and get on the morning meetup. Because of that, though, I am gonna put a lit Twitter account up. It just pains me. It's like grinding my teeth because I feel like y'all the competition.
Hey,
But
but I
I'm
mean,
on there. I'm on there to be up.
I was finna say that's how you can get the insight on what they doing and do it differently, tweak it a little bit better.
You know, put my little sprinkle on it, put the sauce on
it. Exactly, because that's all they doing with everybody else, taking their stories, TikToks, all of that. They ain't doing nothing but just copying on somebody else's stuff and putting it on theirs. But it's a whole different ball game. Like when you creating your own from the bottom up, and it's amazing to see it as coming from an African American male at that. So it's just like I already know the Lit brand is like on its way up. Like it's going to be on and popping. And of course, I'm excited for the lounge to come to Atlanta so I can come and have me a little fun time.
Thank you. You know, we're trying to bring what's real back. You know, they told us that real entrepreneur was out of style. You know that the brothers who lifting up the sisters was out of style. Oh, we back, baby. You know, a man's back in style. Lifting up the black women, we back in style. We here and we ain't going nowhere. You know what I mean? So we lit.
That's what's up. I'm excited, bro. I don't have any other questions for you. I feel like you answered everything for me. I appreciate you getting on this live with me, sharing your gems, your information, your advice. Like this is really informative. Like we had people in the comments saying good jewels, good facts, like everything.
Appreciate that.
I appreciate you, and of course we're gonna link up, of course, and still be connecting because morning meetup content creation crew. So yeah, I definitely appreciate you. No, definitely not, because I'm gonna have to. I was just gonna say once the app get on, I'm gonna have to get back on here and let everybody know exactly how it went, and then you can give us a little bit more gems, so you can set the youth up how they need to be to get their apps rolling. Definitely.
Legit.
Perfect. All right. Well, safe travels. I appreciate you coming on with me, and I will see you soon. All right.
All right, man. We lit and we out.
All right. Have a good one.
All right, you too.
All right. Thank you.